Hey guys, it's Tiana. Welcome to my channel, Storyhouse Books. So, what are we doing in this video? So, we are back to the junk album that we're creating. This is going to be part 2. And, sorry, to clean up my desk here a little bit. Tonight we're going to be adding papers. And we're just going to see how far we get, okay? So, let's see. We are starting... Alright, so... last time we met, we made the spine. Here, it should be dry by now because it's been a couple of days. If you haven't already, if you have one, go ahead and take your residue eraser and go ahead and get rid of any extra glue that was left behind after it's dried. Just, this is more for just looks, right? And you're going to see the dark like this where I had my pen marks from the tutorial. So I'm just going to briefly look through here and make sure I got most of the glue up out of here as much as possible, just because I don't want to see that, right? And while I'm doing this, if you've done this already, go ahead and pick out, you're going to need, if you did as many sections as I did, you're going to need 10 design papers, and then we're going to cut those to fit the pages. Now, I've tested this a couple of ways as far as attaching pages. Now, I did one way, I actually left the whole page, for this whole section, and then I creased the design paper in the middle to see how that would work. That didn't go so well. Number one, I couldn't get each page measured, or it always looked a little bit off and a little bit wonky. So, what we're going to do tonight is I picked up my 10 papers, and I cut them into 2 pieces, one for each side, right? And I cut mine from top to bottom to where I'd have a little bit of a border or like a mat, right? Since it's a photo album, it's not a bad idea, and it looks nice, right? Now, I haven't rounded my corners yet. I don't know if I will. That's up to you. Supplies you're going to need tonight. You'll need your scissors or your cutting board to cut your papers. Your bone folder would be nice to smooth out your glue. Glue of choice. I'm testing Collage Medium right now, so I'm gonna be using this. Normally, I would probably use either art glitter or Fabri-Tac. I wouldn't use glue stick just because I want to make sure it sticks well. I wouldn't use. This is a watered down Aleene's Tacky. I wouldn't use that because it makes the paper too wet. Same thing with this stuff. The Crafter's Pick also makes it too wet. Even the Aleene's Turbo Tacky glue make it too wet. I don't, because it won't spread right. So, like I said, for this project, I would either use Fabri-Tac, art glitter glue, or art glitter glue. Like I said, today I'm testing this Collage Medium right now to see if it's everything that they say it is. So, I will say so far that this does attach metal to paper. I've got some Tim Holtz metal number seals or medallions, and it actually held up very well. So, anyway, point is, this is what I'm going to be using tonight. Okay, so that's what I have. What else are we going to need? Well, it depends on how far we get. So right now we're just going to glue our pages in. If you're going to ink your pages, you're going to need that with your blending brush or however you do that. And then if we get far enough, we may just start decorating if we still have time. So let's go ahead and get your pages ready, and then I'm going to pick the order that I'm going to put these in. Remember, I was telling you guys I'm going to use that farmhouse paper pad that I showed you last time. Is this one right here from Joann's. I don't know if they still have it. I was at Joann's today and I didn't see it. I did see a few new ones, by the way, just in case you're wondering. They are starting to bring in some new paper pads, and I bought this one today. I think it's really cool. I like it. It's got some really cool stuff in it. In particular, like this one, I love this page. This one's pretty cool. What else? I like this one too. That one is really pretty. I love this. But I'm big into like old couture flowers. Check that out. Right? Look at that. The plaid's cool. That's really neat. Love those pictures of the flowers. I love the whole old world look. Oh, that's awesome. Very Tim Holtz. Right there. A little William Morris kind of look there. More of that. The books, the bookcases. And then just some extra Victorian wallpaper looking stuff. But then there's this. Anyway, I picked this one up today. It had a sale going on. Buy one, get one free. So, of course, I got 2 of those. But anywho, I didn't see this one around. I know they still have it online, but I really love this pack. I didn't really think too much of it at first, but it's growing on me, and now I really love it. I'm gonna try to see if I can try to get in a couple packs before they're all out online. Anyway, so the papers that I picked for this particular project, I love this blue. I love this blue in almost any design. This grayish blue, love it. Some little gingham here, more blue. Some pinstripes, which I always will get in any project. I love pinstripes of all kinds. This is a nice gold foil with the blue here. Some blue gingham. Some beads. I'll get more than that. Some beads. Some nice sage green. Looks reminds me of a picnic blanket, actually. Some more pinstripes. You know, I'm a sucker for those. And this gold foil kind of reminds me of old ceiling tiles. So, anyway, that's what I chose. So I'm going to put these in order of how I want them. So let's see. You want to pick a design that you want on the front and back for this, because after we glue it to the cover, it's the way I do it. I like to see the same one on the front, on the first page, and the same on the... Where's the other one? Must be in here. Is it in here? They're stuck together. So I like to put the one design on the very front, kind of like a cover, and the same design on the very last page, right? Okay, so but that's up to you. All right, I think I'm going to go with starting with the cover part. I think I like this, front and end. Okay, so we'll put that to the side. I'll put that in the front and back. Then we're going to go with green, gold, pale, blue, yep, green, gold, bees, nope, gingham, bees, then blue. Let's see here what we got here. There. There. This is the green. Gingham. Bees. And then gingham. And then blue again. I don't know if I like this. Hang on a second. I think I want these there, the gold better there. Or maybe blue here. And with the green. And a blue in there. There it is. Okay, cool. So we'll do this one, this, here, and here. This one, this one. Now you can also use double-sided tape if you wanted to. I've seen people use that with albums, and it holds up pretty well. Okay, I hope you guys can see my in frame, because I've been having trouble with my picture boom, or my camera boom. Kind of like, I guess it's with the little twisties and tighteners must be worn down, because it's just like, it took me forever just to get this set up at an angle that was usable. Alright, so since as most of you guys know, I don't fast forward my videos because I may say something that you might want to hear. So if you do not want to watch me glue on papers, fast forward, because we are going to be making the cover for this later on in the video, hopefully. Now with this glue with this collage medium that I've been testing, I do notice that it takes a minute for it to adhere well. I just do a little slip and sliding. So just be aware of that. Did I want to ink that? I think I did, and I just didn't. speaking of those who know me, you guys know I forget to do that a lot. So, pull this up real quick and just do that. I'm doing vintage photo because I want it to look more like coffee dye. I don't want it to be too dark. I've been using scorched timber a lot, but not for this. Not for a farmhouse style. I don't think that'd be a good color combination there. Alright, get that cycle over there. Just a little bit, make that matte even all the way around. The bone folder here. Next one, grab my glue towel, probably a lot easier than the bone folder. Sometimes I find my glue towel is better than a bone folder. That's spreading everything around evenly and picking up the glue at the same time. Okay. Then we're going to put this on the back as well. So in the last video I was telling you guys of the tutorials and content I'm thinking about doing. So if you weren't in that last one, that was the lap book, create a lap book with me. We got through the cover on that one. It's finally dry, so I'm like debating whether or not I should film the second part for that one, get it out there, because all we got to do is create the cover in the first part. Alright. Okay. Oop. Not too much. Is that good? I think so. Alright, let's keep moving. Be careful with your directional paper to make sure it's right side up. If you're choosing directional paper, that is. Okay. Well, it's extra glue, don't worry about it. We'll go back with the residue eraser and get rid of that. Now, if you don't want to watch me glue, and since you guys already know that I don't fast forward or speed up my videos, one, because like I said, I want to make sure you hear everything, and two, I don't know how, and I just haven't had the chance to figure it out yet. But if it's an issue, I'm sure you guys will let me know. Otherwise, you can fast forward it yourself. Hit the button and get to skipping. See, I don't like the way this stuff wets the page either. But I am giving it its fair shot. I've been trying it on all my projects today. Sometimes it held really well, sometimes not so much. What's weird is when I first got it, I hated it. So I don't know what was, maybe it needed to be shaken to be activated or something. I don't know what it was. But it was not holding anything. Everything was sliding off the page. It barely had any tackiness to it at all. I just thought it was weird. But here the last day or two, it's been working pretty darn well. But then again, like this, I don't know, maybe it dries too fast and it doesn't adhere. But I find myself doing a lot of this, of going back over stuff. Alright, looks okay for now. So, it's Labor Day weekend, and I don't really have any plans. Actually, I have work to do, not just the story house work, but I wasn't feeling well one day this week, so I'll be really behind on my project work. So I need to do some catching up before I go back in on Tuesday. Okay. And see, and this glue seeps out really easy. Like when you spread it around, it just like comes out all over the place. I'll say this, at this moment it's not my favorite glue. I will have uses for it, like the metal pieces for sure. But it is not my first choice so far. That reminds me, that's one of the pieces of content that I'm going to be putting up, is testing new products that I purchase. I just got a bunch of stuff from Temu today, or not today, but yesterday. A bunch of stamps. Some of them were cool, some of them not so much. But I figured, you know, I could test them for you guys before you feel like buying something, and maybe help you out in the long run. I kind of feel like that's my job as a YouTuber, I guess, or responsibility, is to do things like that. Kind of the same thing that I do when I'm like watching other content from other YouTubers, particularly when it pertains to junk journaling and crafting or paper crafting. I'll try out their techniques and see if they're any good, you know, and then I'll share them with you guys. So kind of, in a way, will save you from having to go search for stuff. Just tell me what you want to see and I'll go do it for you. And then we'll put up a video about it for you. But so yeah, we'll be doing product demo or testing like I'm doing with this collage medium, right? So there's that. There's a bunch of tutorials I got planned for you guys. Folios to make. My inventory is running really low right now. So other news, we're almost. Oh man, we've gotten up to 243 subscribers. So we are not far from 300. It still boggles my mind that we've gotten that many. most of them have been in the last 4 weeks. So I guess I'm doing a good job. So thank you guys. Alright, we're over halfway done, you guys. So almost there. Alright. There's a few more to go. Oop, and there goes the glue. This is really pretty paper, you guys. I don't know what bugged me about it at first. I don't know. Usually I'll flip through a pad, and if I don't find at least half of that pad inspiring or beautiful or just like it, I won't purchase it. This isn't worth it to me. But if I like one, man, oh man, I will purchase as many packs as I can. For instance, at Joann's they sell a paper pad called Old World, and it's a lot of like Victorian flowers and wallpapers and whatnot of the gold foil. I mean, I just fell in love with it. So I think I have 10 of those paper pads sitting in my craft areas. There's that one. There's a Floral Couture that Joann's had as well that I bought a bunch of. English Garden. What are some of the other ones that I couldn't help but buy a bunch of? Let me see. English Garden, Floral Couture, Distressed Floral from Hobby Lobby was a good one that I got. Let's see. Theodosia Square from Hobby Lobby. Heirloom from Joann's. Vintage from Joann's. And what else is my big ones from over there? Really, my favorite one is Old World. I've also bought world maps. So some of those background maps were really cool in some of the folios that I've done. So that's a good one. I will say about this glue, it doesn't get not smudgy, but it doesn't get, what's the word I'm looking for, clogged in this dispenser. Like some of the other ones with the tiny holder that gives you the small bead of glue, they always get clogged up. Even if you have a pin of like this art glitter glue does. It will still clog, even if you got something in it, like a pin or something. Okay. Alright, the last few pages. Then we decide whether or not we're going to round the corners. Looks like you cut that one a little wide. Yeah, we'll cut the page a little narrow, one of the two. It's okay. Alright, last pair. Oops, a little too much. Here we go. Alright, last one. Okay, looks like I cut this one a little wide too, so let me move this over a bit. There we go, a little bit more there. Oh, excuse me. That darn truck. I swear my neighbor with this loud ass truck, I mean... Ugh. God, that thing is loud. It scares me every time he starts it up. Alright, I think I want to cut this a little down a little bit. Because it not only is it too wide, it's an uneven edge. There we go. Okay. So, what do y'all want to do next? So we're going to, actually, we're going to go ahead and create the cover for this, okay? So, number one, I'm going to trim this a little bit down. I'll trim this down a little bit, down to 1/2 inch. So I don't want there to be that big of a gap between the covers and the pages. Okay. So now that we've added the backing paper, that's even stronger than before. I mean, those pages are awesome. See how nice they lay too when you open it up? I love that. I'm getting tired, y'all. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna go grab a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Hold on. Alright, you guys, I'm back. Okay, so let's work on the cover. So I've got some chipboard here that we're going to need to cut up. Let me move some of this glue out of the way. Give us a little more space to work. Now, you know I didn't ink any of those pages I was putting. I was so busy talking that I didn't ink any, but a couple of them. God darn it. Ugh, I hate that I always do that. I don't know why I'm so forgetful about inking the pages. And I've got to do it now because I inked a couple of them in the front. So if I don't, it'll look weirder than it would without it. Ugh. So irritating, you guys. So annoying. So I'm sorry guys, I'm not going to waste time but going back and doing this. But it's not a waste of time, it needs to be done. But still, ugh, so irritating. And I always remember like right when I needed to do it. You know what? I'm going to come back and do this later because I don't want you guys to have to sit here and watch me do this. When we can be working on the cover. You just finish these pages, these 2 pages here, and then I will do the rest off camera. But it looks good though, right? You know what? Maybe this isn't such a bad thing because I would have wanted to ink the cardstock pages as well, so I can do all that off camera. Give it a little bit of emphasis. So I'll do that off camera after I'm done filming. Alright, what do we need? So obviously we'll need our album. Get out there. We'll need our album. Put that to the side. You're going to need some chipboard or cereal box or whatever you use to make your covers. I'm using chipboard. I don't remember what the weight of this is. But it's about, I would say about 2 millimeters thick. I found this scrap piece that we're going to use to make the spine. I hope it's wide enough. Let's see here. Yes, it is wide enough for the picture frame. So what we're going to do is we're going to build the cover and we're going to attach this to the spine, and then the inside papers will cover this. Now, I don't want like a big gap between the spine and the cover, right? So that kind of looks weird. Check, let me look. It'll look kind of weird if I have this big gap, right? After, right there, you see that big gap right there? I don't particularly like that. So what I'm going to do is probably cut this down some more. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Right, so let's go ahead and cut our chipboard first, and then we'll worry about that. So since our pages measure from the spine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little about 5 and a quarter. So we're going to measure our covers at 5 and a half. Yeah, 5 and a half. And then from top to bottom, we're looking at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right at 8, so we'll go for 8 and a quarter top to bottom. So 8 and a quarter by 5 and a half, did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 and a half. Yeah, 5 and a half by 8 and a quarter. Now I can do this on my cutting machine over here, so I'll be right back. Let me go cut that real quick. I said 8 and a quarter, right? Okay. Ugh, that's always hard. 8 and a quarter, and then by 5 and a half, right? Pull hard on that one to get that. Got it. Alright, so these are even. And then this spot, not this spine is what we're going to use. We'll use this scrap for another book. Alright. Let's see what this looks like on here, because we're going to do a hard spine. Alright, so let's kind of want to cut that spine down a little bit. I do. I'm going to cut off 1/4 of an inch. Yeah, I like that a little bit better. I'm probably going to cut some more of this flap off because I want this flap to be flush with the fold. Okay, so we'll get to that in a second. Now let's cut this down to, what was that again? I forgot already. 8 1/4. Let me cut the spine down to 8 1/4. Goodness, it's tough. Ooh, dropped it. My squeaky chair. Did I get enough of it? I think so. Yeah, we're good. Alright, since I'm out of Tyvek, we're going to use muslin to make our cover and to reinforce the spine here. So let me go grab some muslin here. Now you can use whatever you like for your spine. I use muslin if I don't have Tyvek. Okay, so you want to line up your covers with your spine, and then ensure there's at least a quarter of an inch in between the spine and the cover. Mine personally usually run about, I'd say, in between 1/8 of an inch and 1/4 inch. space. Now, if you have this particular book tool, let me grab it real quick. It'll measure it for you. So if you have one of these, this will tell you what your space should be. So you just put this in between, and that's your marker. Okay, like that. All right. Now I've been doing this long enough that I can eyeball it pretty closely. So we'll leave it like as it is. If I stop knocking the heck out of it. Okay. So next step. We're going to attach the muslin, so we're going to need 2 strips for the front and the back. And I'm going to cut this way and then just tear. I think I need a pretty wide piece though, yeah. Okay. Then I'm going to tear this piece off. There we go. Alright. So, grab your glue of choice. I'm going to grab my Mod Podge, and that's what I'm going to use to attach this. Alright, we'll grab a brush. Which drawer it's in? Oh, and my last 2. Okay. Whew, strings everywhere. Trying not to get it all over my desk. So just cover your spine and the portion of your covers with your glue. That's what we're going to lay the muslin on, or you lay the Tyvek on top of that. Okay. Go ahead and line them back up again. Alright, put your muslin on. So I might need a little bit more glue right here. Line it back up. And then just pull your Tyvek over, or I'm sorry, your muslin over, or your Tyvek, whichever you're using. Okay. And then I put another layer of Mod Podge over the muslin. Don't be afraid of your glue. Get it wet. That's what it's for. Alright, once you get the one side over, you're going to flip it over. And then you're going to just flip the fabric, or you want to flip the fabric over, glue that down. Just press it down and then put a little glue over the top to ensure it seals well. I'm going to cut some of this off of here. a little wide for my taste, but it'll be alright. Okay, let's put some more glue in here. Then we're going to add the second piece of muslin here. Okay. Okay, and that is that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to carefully peel this off because I got a lot of glue on there. Okay, great. I'm going to put this to the side and try to, hopefully it will dry soon so we can keep working on it. Otherwise, we're going to have to call it a night again until this piece dries. So I've got it hanging over my scoring board for the time being. And then, oops, went over my toolbox. And then we'll put that away, put this away. And I hate to say it, but I think that might be all we can do until that cover dries. We could probably do some light decorating. Why don't we do that? Let me clean up this glue here. Little acetone, never hurt anybody. Well, I won't say that, never hurt anybody. Get some of this glue off of here. Alright, how are we doing on time? We're at 42, so I think we will call it a night then. I don't want to run this too much longer, so let's see here. I've got some scraps from cutting these to size from today, so we can definitely use those. Let's see, I've got some more scraps over here from other papers that may fit this design here. Let me grab them. There we go. And some of these are tea-dyed, so. Alright, so what do we want to do? Well, we will be needing my photo corners and index cards, and let's see, index cards and what do you call it? My stamps, because I tell people where to put their pictures, or I make sure that they know what is a picture page or not. I know some artists don't do that. And so far, people have appreciated the fact that I did that for them. So what I'll do is I'll stamp place photo here on the back, and then the size that's recommended. So for here, I would just recommend, and I put photo corners here, 5x7, right? And then as we're doing flips and stuff, we might do some 3x5s or something like that, right? So I would start probably here with a frame. Let me grab one that I'm going to use. Okay, so something like this I think would be good, right? On the very front, we'll ink it. God, I couldn't get the words out. Give it a little bit more of a love to look. I like to call it. Excuse me, guys. I'm coming down with another cold. I'm sure you guys are sick of hearing me say how sick I am, but sorry. I'm sick. This kind of crafting also keeps my mind off the fact that I'm sick a lot. So, Alright, I'm going to take a blending tool and blend this in a little bit. I like to do that. It doesn't look so harsh. There we go, that's nice. Get a little more on the outside here and in the corners. And then let's do some inside this frame also, like this. And I'll grab some acetate and we'll be done with this. And we'll throw this on the page. Maybe with some flowers, you think? I think so. I think so. Okay, let's do a little bit darker, I think. There we go. Alright, so I would put, see, that's nice right there. Let me grab my stamp that says that. Let me see, what's that? That's not it. And that's not it either. Okay, so I did put it away. I don't remember which book I put it in, but let's go find it. Here we go, first try. And you can also put other things here like date, location, whatever your stamps are. You don't have to do the way I do it. You know, please do you. All right, so let's grab. Let's see which one. Place photo here, and let's do it with this script here. I think I like that one, and I haven't used it yet. Alright, let me grab some acetate here, kind of like peeling glue all over me. Alright. Let's see, that little piece isn't going to work. Now, if you don't have acetate, packaging material, plastic around any package will work as well. You don't have to have acetate. This is actually overhead projector paper. It's not paper, but overhead projector material, I guess you could call it. That I found at Goodwill, so I got lucky. I've got enough of this stuff to last me for quite a while, I think. Just cut your acetate around your frame or whatever you're using, and then we're going to insert that here in this pocket, and then I'm going to use art glitter glue for this one because it's got just a small bead of glue, and I don't trust the collage medium. So I'm going to go inside here and straighten up this acetate rather. Make sure it's solid. Okay. Let's do. I don't want it to go. Oh, okay. That's what that is. Alright, here we go. Turn it. See how now I'm making a mess. Okay. Make sure if you're using this method or doing the same thing that I'm crafting with me to make sure there's no glue in the window. We'd buff it up just a little bit. I like to buff up the acetate when I'm using it. Make it all nice and shiny. And then, a stamping block. And I'm going to put that place photo right here at the bottom. Top. You know what? I'm not even going to put it on there. I'm going to put it on the card and put that card inside. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to ruin their frame. So we're going to do place photo here. And this is a 5x7 or 4x6? 4x6 will be better. I don't think a 5x7 would fit in there. Sorry guys, I'm peeling glue off my fingers. 125, man. Alright, so we'll do this page and then I'm going to let you guys go because it's getting late. Okay, place photo here. I'm going to use archival ink here for this. If I can find that. Good lord. What is going on with me today? It's usually right here. There it is. Underneath everything else. Okay. So my head's probably going to get in the way of my hat because I have to get over this to do it straight. There we go. That's pretty. Put that there. And we got a little, that's 3x4. We need, what did I want? 4x6, right? Here's 4x6. Let's put the 4x6 right underneath that. There you go. And then we'll put this in the frame, indicating what they need to do, right? What kind of pictures will fit in here. Just a visual cue. See how it look nice? I think so. And then we'll put that here. I think I'm going to give it a little more inking. I want it to really stand out against the page. Maybe we should use scorched timber. It'll be a little darker than this vintage photo. Okay. And I think I might put this at an angle as well. For sure. We'll put it at an angle. I like it. And we'll come back and do some embellishment later. But I think tonight it's time for us to go. It's been about an hour. But that looks nice there. I think this is going to be really pretty. So as we're going through this, since it's a junk album, we're going to be putting in pockets and flips and whatnot in here. So not on the first page, I won't do that just because it's kind of a statement piece that I'll use. But as we go in, one side will be pockets and flips. One side will be photos, or vice versa, or they'll be combined, right? So here, I could do something like this, right? And you have to let it sit out close to the edge of the page, and then put, oh, I don't know, picture right there, or two 3x5s right there, like that, or one over here. Who knows? But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing in the next video. We'll be placing pockets and photos and the design for that. Until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to leave a comment if you haven't already, if you want to be in the drawing for the 300 subscriber giveaway. That should, well, I'm hoping if it holds pace, it shouldn't be too long from now. I hope. Fingers crossed. All right, you guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.